Hey everybody, welcome. We're the Paella Guys. My name's Sheikh Killy and this is Javier Belong.
Hello, I'm Javier from Paella Guys. We're gonna be your guest from Pig Out. We're gonna introduce you how to cook a paella.
Yeah, so today we're going to make for pig guys, we're going to do pork ribs with artichokes, fresh artichokes. So we're going to show you how to prepare some artichokes. I don't know if you do it at home. You can get them in all general stores, but yeah, we'll show you how to prepare those in a little bit. And yeah.
Yeah, it comes the paella. Basically, we're gonna use different ingredients, which is gonna be some olive oil from Spain, extra virgin olive oil. We're gonna use some vegetables. As Shay was saying, we will use fresh artichokes, which is a flour that gives so much flavor to whatever we put. Some pork from BC, which has been cooked already. We're just gonna
Color,
color,
sear it.
and then we have some mix of tomato with kind of a paprika, which is called pimenton, and then saffron and rice. Okay, that's basically what is a paella. Okay, the paella will never have pork. In order to call it paella, it's the same system, same thing. Okay, but if we have pork on it, then we call it arroz, which is the same, kind of the same, but they don't want the people that they're very hard on to paella, they don't like it to call it paella.
So we follow traditions. So when we mean that we follow the tradition of how it cooks, the Paella Valenciana is the most traditional. We do that one. So that's the reason behind we call it arroz.
But we wanted to collaborate with local producers, people from here, from BC, integrate Spain with Canada, and use the produce that we have around here, which are amazing, and we create this for pig out, this pig, pork. We want to create this rice or arroz, which is special, which is going to be amazing. Okay? So first thing of all, what we're going to do is, in order to cook a arroz or a paella, okay, we need a burner, which make the burner is like you have even heat. So you're going to have heat into the pan, all even around the pan. It's so important that you have even heat into the pan. Okay, we cannot. If you have a stove and you need a pan that fits into the stove. Okay, we want to be cooking all the same around the pan. Okay, then we have a big pan. As we were talking, paella is about the rice or the arroz, how we cook it. It's about the rice, not about the ingredients that you put into it. It's about how you cook the rice. Okay, so we're gonna start with the burner, middle ring. Okay, paella is a very social thing. Okay, that's why we really like the idea of going to Pig Out, because it's about gathering, about being with people. And what we want to do is to start to cook in the middle, get all the flavors to the ingredients that we're gonna add, and then add the rice into it. So first of all, we do the olive oil. It doesn't really need to be an extra virgin olive oil. It could be because finally we're gonna cook it. It could be like a virgin olive oil. That's it. And the olive oil, what it's gonna serve us is to we're gonna know that the burner has to be balanced. So if we put the olive oil first, we're gonna see if the oil goes to one way, we go to the other way. So we need to balance the burner as we see where the olive oil goes. Okay. So now that we have the olive oil, we just balance. We make sure that it's in the middle, it stays there. We are gonna use just the middle burner at the beginning. Okay. Why? Because we're gonna start cooking ingredients in the middle, okay, like this, and then we put them on the side, move them around. Okay? So usually what we do in Spain, we just gather friends, somebody starts to prepare ingredients, the other one, everyone collaborates in doing the paella. Everybody add something to the dish, and then everybody's gonna eat from the same dish. That's what we want about paella. It's not just the dish itself, it's as well how you create an experience, how you share with others, because paella finally is about sharing, being with people and sharing food and sharing your experience. Okay?
So this is pork ribs. So what we've done first is we've slowly braised them and tomatoes and pork stock. So they're cooked, and then we chill them. So they're already pre-done. And all we're doing now is we're just adding a little bit of color to them. Nice little bit of golden brown. And then we'll flip them over.
If you see, we cook ingredients, all the flavor stays in. Heat, we want the heat medium high, okay? Not very high.
Okay, so I don't know if everyone knows it at home, it's a flower, okay? So it comes up out of a big plant, comes up into the sky, and then all we're going to use is we're going to peel off these leaves, and we're just going to use the heart, okay? We're going to show you how to do this quickly at home, and then you can do it. You get them in all grocery stores. Yeah. Very important flavor in paella.
It has so much flavor. It has so much flavor. It gives a completely different taste to every dish that you do, and it's an amazing flavor. Just with the heart, which is quite just the middle. You're gonna see it now. It gives so much flavor to the dish. Okay. So
what we're gonna do is start ripping off the outer leaves. See.
So now that we have the color from the ribs, we just take them out. Okay? We don't want to overcook anything. Okay? We just want to like present it. Let's see.
Yeah. A little bit of color on each side. Plus, this gives some of the pork flavor back into the pan, which will release.
Just think that everything is, all the flavor is going to stay into the pan. Okay? We're not going to take nothing out.
See this? Keep going. Take out all these outer leaves. See? Keep going all the way through. Now you really begin to see the heart really opening up here. See? See right here. This is the heart right here. Okay, we're going to cut right into this in a second. You can really see the flour. See the flour really beginning to come up now. See, it really points off.
So important when you're going to cook a paella is having a long spoon. Why? It's very easy because you don't want to cook on the pan. You just want to cook from outside. So if you want to cook a paella, you need to cook from outside so you don't get burned. Because the pan is quite big, so you want to move and cook from outside. Now we're gonna go with some ingredients. As I was saying before, we're cooking just in the middle and then add next ingredients. Now we're gonna do green beans, green peppers, and some mushrooms, okay? Just let me put them here. Always, we will add a bit of salt, okay? Just a bit of season it. Long spoon so you don't get burned and you can cook from outside, okay? Once the ingredients are done, that's why we just cook with the middle ring. We just move the ingredients to the side. Okay, so we've been cleaning the artichoke, and what we want to get is just the heart. If you see, it's just a small piece of the heart. The tail, like 60% of the flavor will be on the tail, okay? So we want to cut it, take this hair, which there is nothing wrong with it, but we want to take this out, and then we will cook it in here. Like
just removing all these outer green parts. See, once I remove these green parts, it gets into, see this nice white part here. So you want to get into, you want to just remove the outer green parts. It's just a bit bitter, you know. So why Paella Guys? I hear you saying. Why do we cook paella? Our ethos behind Paella Guys is having fun. You know, paella is about sharing. It's about bringing people together. It's about eating out of the same pan. So our ethos is having fun. All about it when we go out to events, when we talk to people, when we're cooking classes, we always laugh. We have a glass of wine with you. So it's all about sharing and having fun. You can remove all these pieces, see? They're just unedible. Okay, imagine a flower, see? Now we're really getting in. You want to remove all these purple pieces too. Purple just means they're a little bit out of season. Okay, we're just going to remove these. Here's your artichoke heart. That's all you necessarily get out of it. Okay, then what we're going to do is we'll just cut them into bite-sized pieces. So paella is about eating with a fork. You don't need, or a spoon, you don't need knives.
What you need is all the sides of the ingredients. They have to be the sides of the
bite-sized pieces.
Bite-sized.
Nice little bites. These will break down a little bit.
That's right. So now, next thing we're going to do is just, these ingredients are ready, so we put it on the side. As the ring in the middle is the one that is on, it will still cooking, and the ones on the side, we just keep warm and they won't cook more, okay? There we go. We're gonna add some more ingredients. Always a bit of salt. We just want to give them a bit of color. You can even smell it from here. They're amazing. You know, mix it with the other ingredients.
Paella consists of a few other ingredients. This is one of the important ones, saffron. And then we make our own, Paella Guys make a mix. So in here is fresh tomatoes, some garlic, pimenton. Pimenton is a pepper, a smoked sweet pepper, pimenton pepper, dry pepper in Spain, and saffron, tomatoes. This is your base core ingredients for paella.
And the rice.
And the rice.
We bring the saffron. Saffron rice is from Spain. We bring it from there. That's the minimum that you have to do. If you want to cook a paella, that's what you have to do. It's a short grain rice that absorbs very well all the flavors. As I was saying before, paella is about the rice. So it's how you get all the flavors of ingredients into the rice. And this rice absorbs very, very well all the flavors. Okay? It's grown in Valencia. Paella is from Valencia, and it's grown in a region, in a part of Valencia, it's called La Albufera. Okay? So after we have the ingredients, the vegetables, we put it on the side, and we add our own mix of tomatoes, garlic, and paprika. Okay? Why we add this at the end, like now at this part? Because it will get all the flavor from everything that is sticky on the pan. It will come out, and we want to get it into here, okay?
So the ribs that we cooked earlier, we cooked them in a stock. This is just the stock, so it's like concentrated pork bouillon. This goes in. Now when we talked earlier about turning only the center, now we're going to turn on all the burner ring.
So the pan is going to have even heat
cooking
all around, okay?
So you can see now it's really, you get it to come now.
You see it's even heat. It's going to get to boil all the same, all around. If not, you will get, like, the rice won't be cooked as well. That's good.
So it's important to taste. So when we finish seasoning now, that's it. We don't re-season it. We don't add seasoning later. It's very important to finish the seasoning now. Pretty good.
Bueno, bueno.
I say a little bit more salt. So the important thing is get the liquid to boil. We must have the liquid to boil before we add the rice. So again, there's so many different ways of. We're traditionalists. We show the tradition of how to make paella. So as you can see, this is all the artichokes here. See, all the veg. It's all beginning to cook in here. The artichokes are they're still a little bit raw, but once they finish cooking now, when the rice goes in,
just with the water, with the liquid, they will get perfectly cooked in order to eat them. So the tradition is like you gather with your friends, you gather with your family, and someone brings one ingredient, the other one the other, to prepare all together. You cook together and you eat together. You have to feel it a bit salty, a bit before you add the rice. Just this extra point of salt.
Because we are adding the rice. The rice will cook, the rice will absorb. So it's an absorption method now. What happens is we add in the rice with a certain amount of liquid. The liquid evaporates away, goes back, and then we begin to fry the starch. It's called socarat. Very, very, you'll see it. Very at the bottom, will get all nice and sticky. That's it. So, rice. Okay, and then it's very important to get all the rice even all the way out as possible, okay? Yeah. Now we're going to start cooking the rice.
You see the heat is still up very, very high at the beginning, okay? And they were saying we just want the rice to be all around the pan. You see the heat is getting into it. If you want to cook a very good paella, this is the hard part. Because there is three things that are in here, which is like liquid, time, and heat. Okay, so you have to control those three very good in order to cook the rice in the perfect way.
So it's very important, well, not to move the rice too much. You don't want to move it.
We don't want to stir the rice.
We're not going to stir it. We might move it a little bit to move some of these big ingredients around so everyone gets it, but you shouldn't really be moving it or touching it or doing anything
That's
with it.
the difference between a risotto and a paella.
We got some reds here from all over Soy's wine country. Really, really great. We're saying we want a lighter wine, like a Pinot Noir. This one's one from all over Soy's.
Perfect to enjoy like the
Very light color. See?
very light color. You want to try it?
Well, I can't insist. No, I can't insist.
We must try that.
Again, it's like with every Pinot Noir, it's very light. You know, it's not very heavy. Again, I just stress that it's not a heavy dish, but you only want small portions of it. It's not like sit down and have a big meal. With this wine, it'll be really, really light. So.
That's perfect. This is it.
Here, come up close now. You see, look. You can really see all the liquids beginning to evaporate away now. See, it's all get nice and starchy here. See, look. See the rice,
is
coming through. See. When we shake it like that, all we're doing is we're even. Imagine we're trying to get the rice really even. See the little bubbles
Adding
around?
bubbles all around the pan. Okay. If you are at home, you can do it in the stove with a smaller pan. Okay. Just make sure that it's a smaller pan and it's just boiling all around the.
Paella is a very visual thing. We eat all of it, so it's nice to do a nice little simple presentation. You know, it's just visually on the eye. This dish is very appealing. So, and all we're doing is we're just putting the pork back in, and all we're just doing is we're kind of reheating the pork. It's getting some of the pork flavor out of there.
What happened now is that the liquid evaporates, and the starch with the olive oil, it will create on the bottom this crunchy part, which is called socarrat. Okay? As I was saying before, we want the rice to be cooked perfectly, okay? Wow. Which is like a bit al dente.
That's a really good one. This is a Pinot Noir from Silver Sage, again up in all over the Soy's wine country. Again, amazing, amazing wine.
Passion.
The passion.
Passion.
What's passion in Spanish?
Pasión.
Passion. Le passion.
La pasión.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah,
it's a little sweeter.
Yeah,
completely.
Sweeter,
it's a bit more floral.
Fits perfect with the pork, with the artichokes.
I don't know if you can hear this. They hear this in the camera. You can hear the crackling. You hear that? So when we talk about understanding paella and cooking it, this is really the art of paella right now. So that if you imagine all the liquids evaporating away, so what we're doing now is we're beginning to fry the starch, and see it's really beginning to come together now. So there's a stage now where you can either burn it or just lightly caramelize. You can see right here, it's just beginning to caramelize. Slowly, slowly. And this is real-time cooking. This is right.
Finally, we need to play with the heat a lot in these final moments. If you see that there is more liquid, then you go up with the heat. If you see that it needs more, it has less liquid, just go down. Yeah.
That's it. We're getting close now.
We're getting very close.
So this is, you've seen all the ingredients. There's no, it's all natural
Nothing crazy.
ingredients, nothing, all local ingredients we use. The rice we get out from Spain, we say that to make a paella, you need the core ingredients, which we bring in from Spain. So it's all local, all the produce, but the base is authentically paella from Spain. So even one of the chefs is from there, so ooh, pretty good. Okay, we're pretty close now.
Mucha pasión.
Passion. Okay, we're really getting close now. So you can see we didn't really move the rice. We didn't move anything. The rice is cooking all in the liquid. So it's got all that flavor from the fresh artichokes. Right here, the artichokes are just cooked now. All the vegetables just cooked. The pork's nice and warm through with a little bit of caramelization on it. I think we're pretty much there.
Yeah.
You can really hear that frying now. You can hear that crackling.
Yeah,
it's really beginning to fry now.
It's changed completely, yeah? If you're in your house with the family, you don't even
But the artichokes are just cooked. The pork is cooked into the rice. See? It's just nicely cooked in there. It's nicely caramelized on the outside. The rice is
that up. Yep.
Yeah, the rice is luxy. It's just Just nice and color. Look, see the socket in here? Very important. See, it's not burnt. Look,
Look at that.
nice. So we just wanted to sign off again from the Paella Guys, and we're super excited to be to go back to Oliver this year to the Pig Eye Festival. We just love the characters up there, the amazing vineyards.
We were last year in October. It was a great experience for us.
We were cooking in amongst the vines. Amazing guests. We're super excited to meet everyone there this year for the dinner and for the trail. So again, this is the Paella Guys. We're signing off for amazing Oliver Soy's wine country. Paella.
Please join us and live the Paella experience.
Live the Paella experience with the Paella Guys. Again, I'm Shea Killy from the Paella, and this is Javier Blanc.
Javier Blanc from Paella Guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.